What's up, guys? This is Matthew from HFR. Welcome to my new video, my top 8 bounce back players for this coming season. For the first guy I'm going to be talking about is Drew Doughty. Drew Doughty did not have a good season this year. I just don't know what was going on with him this season. He did not have a good season. His team was horrible this year, and I expect more from him. And I truly believe he is going to have a much better season. Is he going to have the season he had 2 seasons ago? Probably not. He doesn't have the talent that he used to have. There's a lot of guys on this team that's starting to slow down, and they have to start thinking about a rebuild. And I truly believe that that's what's going to happen. Where do I see him getting? I think he can get back to the 50-point mark. I mean, is he going to be a plus 20, 30 player? No, he won't. I expect him to be about, in the single digits when it comes to plus minus. If he can do that and get about 50 points, I think that is going to be a big bounce back season for him. And that's why I truly believe he will have a bounce back season. For the next guy I'm going to be talking about is Jamie Benn. You might be saying, how did Jamie Benn have a letdown? How did Jamie Benn have a down season? The reason why he's on this list is because I expect more from him. There was at one point where the owner was giving mad shit for the way he was playing, and I believe he only got 60 points around 60 points this past season. I expect more from him. He's getting paid almost $10 million. He needs to score 80 to 90 points. That's the type of player he should be, and that's the type of player I know he can be. He's an outstanding player. He's a huge force on the ice. I think he's going to have a big season this year, and that's why I think he'll get back to that 70, maybe even to 80-point plateau, in which I believe he will become a bounce-back player. The next guy I'm going to be talking about is Patrick Laine. Now, Patrick Laine, yes, he had a good season. He scored 30 goals. He had about 50 points, which is a good season, but this is not like him. He needs to be a 40-goal scorer. He is a 40 to 50-goal scorer, and I really believe he's going to have an outstanding season. He's going to be a man on a mission. He's going to be hungry. I really think that the Winnipeg Jets might do a bridge deal with him, and just do a 2-3 year deal. And I think he's going to be hungry. He's going to want to get paid, and he's going to want to get that $10+ million contract. And for him to get that $10+ million contract, he needs to score 40 to 50 goals. That's what he needs to do. If he can do that, he will get the big money. He will get that money he wants. And I truly believe he is going to have it, and he's going to have an outstanding season this year. And I believe he will get about 40 goals this year, which will put him as a bounce-back candidate. For the next guy I'm going to be talking about is Rickard Rakell. He did not have a good season. This kid needs to have a good season. He's an outstanding player. Is he a superstar? No, I don't think he's a superstar. But he is a 30-goal scorer. I put him as a Max Pacioretty. He can get that. He can score 30 goals on a consistent basis and get about 60 to 65 points. That's where I see this kid being. Similar to a Max Pacioretty. He'll be great. He won't be an elite talent. Nothing like what John Gibson is. John Gibson is an outstanding player. He's an elite talent. But I expect more from Rickard Rakell, because he's an outstanding prospect. No, not prospect. He's an outstanding player, and I think he's going to get back to that 30-goal mark and get about 65, maybe even 70 points this year, because he will get the minutes. He will get the opportunity to get a bounce-back season this year. My next player that I think is going to have a bounce-back season is Clayton Keller. Now, I think he suffered from that sophomore slump, but I don't think it's going to last for him. I think he's going to have a now monstrous season this year. He is going to play with Phil Kessel. Phil Kessel and Clayton Keller could very well become the next Altieri Panera and Patrick Kane. That's how good these two are. I really think that Clayton Keller could potentially get 70 to 80 points. That's how good this kid is. He's going to be utter outstanding. He's going to have a deadly sniper right next to him with Phil Kessel. They're going to be big this year, and I really believe that these two are going to push Arizona into the Stanley Cup playoffs this year. And that is why I think Clayton Keller will have a bounce-back season. For the next guy I'm going to be talking about is William Nylander. William Nylander, given what yes, he started the season late. He didn't get the training camp. He wasn't able to rub off all that rust that he had, and be able to use the preseason to get into form. I think it's just because of that contract. He did not have a good year, and now he doesn't have to worry about the contract. He has his contract. He has his money. Now he can focus on being an outstanding player, and most likely will be playing right next to Austin Matthews. Him and Matthews are going to be amazing this year. Matthews had a big playoff this year. A lot of people were giving a lot of shit to Toronto, like, how are you paying this guy 11.5 when he hasn't even produced in the playoffs? Holy smoke, did he change that by scoring 6 goals in 7 games. He's amazing. He's going to be absolutely outstanding for this team, and him and Matthews are going to be so deadly together, and they're going to have an outstanding season, and that's why I think William Nylander will be a bounce-back candidate. For my next guy I'm going to be talking about is Anze Kopitar. Anze Kopitar did not have a good season. This is not like him. Yes, I think it was 3 seasons ago, he did not have a good season. Following season, he was nominated for the Hart Trophy. And quite frankly, he almost won it. He could have won the Hart Trophy that year. But, they gave it to Taylor Hall. This kid is unbelievable. Actually, I shouldn't say kid, because he's actually in his 30s. He's actually in his 30s. So, but yeah, I think he's an outstanding player. I really think he is going to have a bounce back season. I think he's going to get about 70, 75 points. If he can get up to there and be responsible defensively and be that great two-way center, I think that is going to put him in that bounce back season. And I think he could get potentially up to that point. And for my last guy that I think is going to have a huge bounce-back season is going to be James Neal. He is going to be playing with either Leon Draisaitl or Connor McDavid, or maybe even both. We will see. He is amazing. He's such a great player. I think Connor McDavid is going to raise his guys' production and get him back to that 30-goal mark, maybe even 40 goals. We shall see. I think him and McDavid are going to be so good together, and by the end of the season, a lot of Flames fans are going to regret that trade with Milan Lucic for James Neal. I think it was a bad trade. I did not like the deal in Calgary's end. I was all up for trading him. I don't think he would have, even if he scores 30 to 35 goals, I don't think he would get it here in Calgary. Calgary, I just don't know I just don't know why he could not fit with that team. There's just certain players that cannot fit to certain teams. They just cannot fit. And I really believe that that's what is the case with James Neal. And that's why I think he's going to have a big season in Edmonton. He's going to play with McDavid, or he's going to play with Draisaitl. They're really going to elevate this guy's game and get him back to that 30-goal mark. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. Tell all your friends. And thank you to my 100 followers on Twitter. Yes, I know I keep saying this, but I just want to keep thanking you guys. You guys are unbelievable. The voting on my thing, on my post, is really unreal. You know, I have all my posts, every single one of them, all almost has 10 plus votes. And there's a lot of voting that I had to do, split it into two. So in reality, I have over 60 votes in these 3 videos that I'm doing. 60 votes, which is unbelievable. So thank you so much for the tremendous support. Thank you. And yeah, there's just nothing left for me to say to be how thankful I am for all the fans and all the people that's been so interactive on my Twitter. So thank you, and bye.